Why bother with Advance UK? Well, I'm going to give you a few reasons why I think we should absolutely bother with Advance UK. One, you can't trust any of the parties. Reform have proved themselves to be singularly untrustworthy. And I saw a post that Rupert Lowe put out earlier on today on X, and it seemed like he was planning on having some sort of grand coalition of Reform and the Tory party. That was very strange after the way they treated him. But each to their own. Once bitten, twice shy with me. Fool me once and all that. The reality is that I don't trust Reform. Not after what they did to Ben, not after what they did to Rupert. And of course, Rupert obviously is a very, very forgiving man, that's great. But it's our country that's at stake here. And I think we need something totally new and totally radical. So that's the first point. We can't trust the Tories, can't trust Reform. We're never going to vote Labour or any of the other parties. Excuse me. Then it's leadership. And Ben Habib, first of all, is an extremely successful businessman. He's also been extremely successful at launching a political party. It has gone from no members to 30,000 members in, what is it, less than 2 months? I think it was at the end of June, beginning of July, that Advance UK launched, and now we're sitting on 30,000 members. That is incredible. But the other thing is about Ben, on a personal level, I don't know Ben really well, but I know him well enough to know that he's not a man driven by ego. He's not narcissistic. It's not all about Ben. In fact, quite the opposite. Ben is a very reluctant leader. And I think in this day and age, that is an admirable trait. And it's inspirational, to be honest with you. He didn't have to do this. Ben is a man of means. He's a very successful businessman. Okay, he's not Elon Musk, but he's very successful. And he's willing to put everything on the line for this country because he loves this country. And personally, on a personal level, I like Ben. I just like him. He's just a nice guy. And I'm not going to, this isn't a Ben Habib Appreciation Society, but, you know, am I a good judge of character? Sometimes, yes, sometimes not. But I think with Ben, I've got it right. I think he is definitely the man that can lead this country. And in a way, he's very unique in his background. And I don't want to play the identity politics card at all, because that's not what it's about. But the fact that he's got an understanding of Pakistani and British culture, the fact he's got a very good understanding of the empire and what a precious thing and what an amazing thing the British Empire was, and he acknowledges that, is very, very unique. The fact that he's got a Christian mother and a Muslim father, very, very unique. Now, Ben is not a Muslim, so there's a lot of people asking that question. I can categorically state that Ben Habib is not a Muslim. His father was, but he is not. That's absolutely nailed on. And Ben always says about his dad, you know, his dad's a guy that very fond of, I think, whiskey, and you know. Anyway, I'm not going to say any more on that, but just a guy that was not living a very conservative Islamic life. He was a, you know, Muslim in name only, I suppose we could say. But anyway, on his mother's side, I think it was grandfather or great-grandfather was a vicar. So there's a Christian heritage there as well. He was educated at one of the elite schools, rugby. He went on to Cambridge. He boxed at Cambridge. So all of those things really, to me, tick a lot of boxes. They show a man of character. They show a man that's not afraid. Because you get in a boxing ring, it shows you're not frightened much. And again, a very successful businessman. So you take the overall package with Ben Habib, and you really have a very unique individual, and also a man that picks things up extremely quickly. Like you said, he only came to politics, I think, in 2019. He got involved with the Brexit Party. I think he was elected as an MEP. And then he also fights causes that are not popular. When many people are forgetting about Northern Ireland, Ben was standing for Northern Ireland. So he's a UK unionist. He believes in freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly. He's a freedom man. He's a libertarian in the best sense of the word. He believes in equality in the best sense of the word, not this DEI stuff, but everybody is equal before the Lord, irrespective of religion, race or colour or whatever. You know, there's none of this pecking order that we have with DEI. He's passionate about the sovereignty of the United Kingdom, and the UK being a sovereign and independent state. So to me, all of those attributes that really, shine out of Ben are fantastic. And he's a Democrat. He believes in democracy. And so I think we've got a unique leader in Ben. A reluctant leader, but a man who I think is really, I hate to quote Tony Blair, but really is feeling the hand of destiny on his shoulder, because this is a crucial time to save our country. And if we don't save our country now, well, the truth is we're never going to save it. And that's all there is to it. So 2 reasons there in this video. Ben Habib, fantastic leadership, fantastic brain, man of huge ability. And then the final one, or the first one that we said, there's no other party out there that can do this. And that's why we've got to get behind Advance UK. And I am. And I'm absolutely committed to this. And if you haven't joined, I'm going to stick a link in the video in the description. Join Advance UK and let's make a bit of new British history. See you all soon.